Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Ark. So, how's it been going? Solo's tough. Solo is tough because you every loss you really feel. I mean, I had a massive setback. What happened? I was taming a level 110 Pteranodon when it got eaten by a 145 level Carno. The Carno was very determined, munched through the spike walls. And that was yeah, so I lost that, and then in my rage and frustration I accidentally lost my trike to the same Carno because I was not happy and I was trying to kill it, and I didn't notice what it was doing, so then I lost both. And then I didn't make the mistake. Well, it was a mistake, but it's more of a learning curve type thing. I then tried to replace them with very low level dinosaurs. Now, when playing solo, it was a really tempting thing to do. I've never done it before, and I thought, damn it, I just need some berries. I just want a bird so I can fly around. So I just tamed a trike real quick, and tamed a Pteranodon real quick, and that was an awful idea. So that is I don't know. That is my moral of the day: is don't tame low level stuff. It just dies so easy. I mean, even level. I mean, when I say low level, I mean it was a level 15 trike and a level 5 Pteranodon when I tamed them, and they both died like nothing else. I also tamed a low level Raptor actually, which I totally forgot about because he lasted the best part of about 10 minutes. So I think when they're your pets, they're just a little bit more prone to being killed, I guess. I mean, a Pteranodon that fancies itself in a fight against pretty much anything, even like terror birds, especially other raptors against raptors. You can accidentally aggro a Bronto. I don't know, it just all turns to shit. And you need the extra levels, the speed, the stamina, the health, obviously, of a slightly higher level tame to give you a bit of leeway to get out of these dicey situations you will no doubt continuously find yourself in. Excellent. Against all this advice that I've just given, I'm now trying to tame a level 5 Dung Beetle. So yeah, so what happened? So I lost my trike, lost my bird, lost my second trike, lost my second bird, lost a raptor, and this doing all that in terms of the narcotics that I didn't have really set me back a long way, like probably about 2 days worth of work. 2 of my days. I mean, I can only really play a full a good 2 days a week because you need more than a couple of hours to get anything really done in Ark. And so I tamed myself a decent level trike. I mean, trikes tame so slow, and the kibble for them is basically impossible to get. Tamed myself a dodo, and got myself like a medium level birdo who actually landed on my boat, which I will show you shortly. And so that was that. So stuff happened, things happened. Now, so yeah, so that's it. I made the kibble from the dodo, tamed myself a nice. She's only just been tamed. She was tamed at level 192 when I finished with her, level 130 to start with. Best one I could find. I mean, the stats aren't brilliant, but that'll do. So I've been trying to get a Dung Beetle because, time is quite precious, especially when you're solo. You haven't got, I don't know, it's like you really got to make the most out of your time. I've never tamed a beetle before. They're a pain in the backside. Yeah, so I really wanted a Dung Beetle. Now, I've not. I only played the Extinction server since the Dung Beetle was introduced, and they didn't have Dung Beetles on, and they didn't have Plant Species X for that matter, so you didn't really need them. So I really wanted to get a Dung Beetle before I started getting plants up as turrets. I've mainly been basically praying that I don't get found and someone breaks in and kills all my dinos. Someone did break in, punch my dinos out, and steal their saddles, which I don't know if I'm grateful for. But that worked. Where was I going with this? So yeah, I wanted to get a Dung Beetle. Now, yes. Now, I hope you can swim with this thing. Alright, lovely. Can you fly a bird while carrying a Dung Beetle? I hope so. We're about to find out. Oh, glitchy as hell. Yes! Sorry, I totally went off track there. Yeah, So I really want to get a dung beetle, so then I don't have to worry about fertiliser. I can just chuck the stuff in it. It makes loads of it. I mean, if I can find, I've seen a couple of Titanosauruses in the redwood over there. So if I can get one of them poops, then that is going to make like 16 bags of fertiliser, and you just put it in the dung beetle, and that seems like a very efficient waste of my time. Awesome. I did not know you could do that. So there we go. That's berries. My nice trike, and that was my low-level Pteranodon. Now, that was a Taming opportunity. That one landed on here in the middle of the ocean, and I had one train carrier loaded in my crossbow just because I don't know, I think I just logged on or something. I can't remember why. There you go. You're right, darling. Just chuck some poop in you. Have some poop. Oh my god, the weight is horrendous. Oh well, no, we were leveling up with you, didn't we? You. Passive. Dabby dozy. So, what am I doing? I am. Where's my list? So yeah, so it's worth taming mid-level stuff until you can tame something good. As a solo player, I mean, it takes more time, but it's really worth it. So there you go. That is that. I might cut out that like big long break, or I was doing really nothing. Right now, how I've survived so far on this server has been the tactic of avoidance. Now I am level 60 something. I could have started working on my metal, but I'm not, because it's like if someone like this is why I wanted to get the turrets up, because that 194 Pteranodon, if someone sees it, it's going to draw attention. Obviously, when you're running around with just a trike and a low-level Pteranodon, someone sees it, they see my little stone bow, and they've then got to make the judgment of whether it's worth wasting grenades to get onto it. It's not especially easy to get onto. When there's dinos parked on it, it's quite hard to land on it. I don't know, you've got to make yourself you've got to not be a target. And I've taken to living right out on the very edge of the map here. I'm going, So if I made myself a metal boat, you know, I'd have to grind all those resources out. If I had a metal boat, someone with a bit of C4 is going to think blatantly that's worth blowing into. I would. Especially if I didn't have any actual turrets. Now, even a boat like this with 2 turrets on, incredibly hard to get onto. Why? Because you can't land your bird on it, because the bird is just going to get continuously shot. You can't land to the side of it, because the only way to do it would be approach it on a water mount, and the water mount is also going to get shot by the turrets as it approaches. So being out on the water, and I learnt this the hard way, trying to assault water bases, being out on the water gives them nowhere to hide. There's no line of sight. There's nowhere to break the line of sight to the turrets. So once you've got a metal boat with turrets, that is going to be not a bitch to get onto, but it's going to be discouraging. It's a small boat that's going to take a lot of resources potentially. I know it's not. They can't. Obviously, there's no vault on this thing, so it's not really worth using C4 to get into it. You know, I mean, there's not even a fabricator in here, so yeah. So avoidance. But the other thing, the thing with line of sight is that when you are in a boat, especially if you're not just on a raft, when you're on a boat like this, it's very tempting for other people with boats, because they can get onto it relatively easy, especially if you haven't got a turret. And you sort of like it's called silhouetting against the skyline. That boat there has just done it. It's very easy to spot from the water, maybe not so much from the sky. And so what I do is I live with this, whatever that is, mountain thing breaking the silhouette of my boat. I tend to just go a bit further over here, and this is right in the corner of the map. I mean, in terms of where it is I'm probably at like 90, 95, 95. So no one's really going to come out here. I mean, the closest place you can land is on that corner there, just between the horns. And the next thing of value is probably Monster Isle or that island there. So anyone flying from there to there this bit of land is never really going to be seen. But there's probably other places on the map you can do this. I mean, I've not even been north yet, so that is that. So I did have a tip for today, but I can't remember what it is right now because I didn't write it down. Cracking. So what I'm doing next is I'm actually making a pen boat. So it's going to be a boat. I've farmed up a shitload of materials. So I've got loads of stone, Not enough wood and thatch. I've started getting more stone in here. I think there's some bits already built. I've already built the boat. So what my plan is to build a boat with 4 doors, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be about 3 by 8, the boat, maybe bigger. And it's going to use most of the 88 building allowances on the pen. There'll be a little bit to drive it, and a little bit of space for some turrets, and that is it. Just so I can store my dinos in safety while I go out on the other ones. So I'll keep this boat like it is. I mean, I'm almost up to the limit here. I've got room to add the turrets, and I think that's it, unless I can't count. And yeah, so my next video, hopefully, will be, I'm just going to record the whole of me building the boat. I might cut out any muck-ups and any bits of me farming, but I will just basically build the boat. There you go, this is where I park. Go a little bit further forwards. Lovely. So yes, I'm going to build a boat out of stone, again, because if you build it out of metal, it's going to be obvious. Build a boat out of stone. Oh, that beetle freaks me out. He doesn't make nice noises. And yeah, and so yeah, so I've got a place to keep my dinos going forwards, because I know I now want to start exploring the map. I've got a decent pteranodon. I've got the ability. I know I can almost make a vault, so I can start stashing stuff, because it's all about the stashes. And yeah, that is where I plan to go from here. So yeah, so keep an eye out. The next one may not be labelled episode 2. Not that I don't think I even gave them episode numbers. It will be, yeah, it'll be a build. I'll show it at the beginning to see if you want to watch it through to the end. So yeah, it'll be like it'll be a pen boat type thing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate your views.